some point, maybe change something up, because my word, do they need it. So far we have Korea, Vietnam and Russia leading the way as the top three. It's time for the rest to wake up, Foro. Let's have a little look at that playing path. Let's see where we're heading.
Absolutely, and you said it. I mean, we've had some rough playing paths here on Erangel for the last 3 games yesterday, and then the circles obviously all going west and going kind of to the north side. It's going to be really interesting to see how some of these teams that are used to doing the Western games here adapt should we end up going east or, God forbid, military.
Hey, look, I'm more than happy to see a bit of that. I love to see some melee. I like anything kind of out there. We are going to be looking for those early potential clashes. Everything so far looks about right. Don't worry, Australia tends to go northeast of Pachinki, and they did seem to split towards maybe Ruins and towards our Watertown side. And then Finland, the team we all were looking at coming into this, especially from the European region, a superstar studded lineup, has fallen a little flat. They, heading over to Pachinki, they desperately need a better result today.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, fallen a little flat so far, but any team in this lobby at the top of the leaderboard would be dead wrong if they were thinking that this team is out of things at this point. I mean, we still have 10 games left to play. All these European teams that maybe had a little bit of spinning the wheels on the first day, I mean, they're going to be right there at the end of this.
And it's going to be a wake-up call. If you're sat out there, you came in from your respective region, and you maybe underestimated some teams or how much they're going to bring. Hold on, we do have a little bit of an early fight, and we do see the perfect circle for Korea. Ladies and gentlemen, I know we're in Seoul, but
once again,
come on now, who's doing this? I mean, that is a perfect circle for them, and I'm pretty sure. Yeah, let's look at the teams who are in this. We have Canada in there, Australia in there, Russia, a doozy splitting over. China's trying to head out, I think, maybe try and catch a couple more shots there towards the old Brazilian side, just southwest of Yasnaya. Now, again, let's talk about this circle and what that means for. Break this down for us.
I mean, look, it's a touch farther west maybe than we were seeing yesterday, but only just. At this point, all of these teams should know how they want to rotate into this, how they want to play this, because this is literally the 4th time we're seeing something similar here. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see now where teams, should they decide to go a little bit to the north side of the river and try to come in from a long wrap, or if they want to keep trying to do what they were doing yesterday.
That's going to be the question for me, is how do these teams approach their rotations? Because it will not be easy. You look at the main bulk of where the teams are. You have Roshok. That rotation route is just littered with teams, almost unavailable. You go down south, maybe towards that southern road where you see Germany, Argentina, Thailand, maybe Finland if they go slightly further south. It's very, very busy. This is very hard for these teams to make those rotations. That north side swing might seem very viable at this point. Now remember, day 1 has passed, so all of these teams have gone back home, they've watched the VODs, they know what's happening, and honestly, if they've done their homework, they know how these teams will operate when it comes to those western circles, or at least they should.
Yeah, I mean, we're already seeing the results of what had to be some VOD review. I mean, we were seeing a lot of teams drop Military Island yesterday, and this plane favoring that, but obviously Military Island empty. So other teams finding spots on the mainland to loot to try to reduce the time that they have to spend in transition.
And jumping on board here with Vietnam, let's see where they go. They've actually probably got one of the better approaches, at least for now, towards the circle here. Not sure if they can truly center up too easily, but they are starting out in the north, which does mean there's no one else really around that sort of area. No one's going to be up by Zaki, no one's in the north of George, so they have a nice little approach if they want it. They can take their time, and they probably are well and truly aware of this. Now, I am glad to see Team UK down in the southeast by Melter Power. That was their original planned drop, if I'm not mistaken. That's where they wanted to go. They did switch things up, maybe trying to be a little bit more, I guess, reactive. But this is good. Maybe give them some stability because they desperately need it after a very, very poor day 1.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the trouble that they were having yesterday, at least on Erangel, was their transition paths from Mill to Power. They were having, they kept finding teams and running into teams, and it seems like they ran into the Australians quite a bit as well. I mean, as you said, Vietnam, you know, they've got the time here. They're going to take their time looting up because they had to drop early, find vehicles, make their way up to Severny. Meanwhile, UK, they dropped right on Mills of Power. I'm kind of surprised that we haven't seen them already hopping into those vehicles and starting to make their way through. So maybe taking a little bit of time here. They
might have to just commit towards edge game, considering they know how busy it is from about, I guess, if you want to say Roshok down to that south coast. A lot of those teams have already centralized, though. You look at the likes of Finland, they've headed over. I think Vietnam's already truly on towards Everest. Yeah, they're heading up towards it now. Finland going to hear those vehicles. They do have the SKS. They've got a few SKSs and SLR as well. They can potentially maybe catch a little bit of damage, maybe get a little bit of flak down, and actually a fair bit of damage coming through. A little bit of attack there. Going to be able to surely make it to cover. They shouldn't be in too much bother here at this point for the Thai side. They should be able to kind of play it calm, get a bit of cover. They should be safe.
Well, it's still good news coming out for Finland now. They're already in a good spot, 4 up. They've managed to survive the early game rotations, which has been kind of a point of problems for them earlier so far. So now we see Canada just off to the west of them as we check in with Japan, trying to make their way in from the east side as well.
Getting their way through. They do have as they're coming in somewhat later than the other teams who did, I guess, evacuate this area, they do at least have a decent avenue of approach. They shouldn't have too much bother unless they try and go hyper-central.
Interesting. We got a no crate's going to be picked up early here as the double crate has gone out far west into the water. PO with a nice little overview here of the Australian team in the warehouses. Is he going to take these shots, though?
I would say it's a little bit risky. We know PO is very aggressive and will fight it, but I would say with Australia being in that angle, they can play out of those nice hangars that have the windows, a lot of different angles to peek from. So you kind of, even though you're the aggressor for PO, you kind of get worked over a little bit by the other side. So maybe backing away, getting a bit of a glimpse, spotting out, okay, there's a team, information found. Let's readjust with my team and play this out smart. Zoid, mate, not great at driving there.
He's got it. It's parked. It's fine. It's fine. We check in with China finding their way over to Cube. Maybe seeing if they can get a little cheeky pick off here if anybody's trying to make a transition in late. But right now they're just kind of holding down north of the river just in case this circle decides to cut hard north. They'll have a nice control over this bridge.
Yeah, unlikely rotation route, but as said, they might get information on a team trying to capitalize on the northern side being a little bit sparse with players.
Yeah.
Now, beyond that, though, let's check in with Russia. Another very good team so far, sitting in, if I'm not mistaken, 3rd place here. Not just the kills, but certainly getting the placements too.
Yeah, 3rd place right now for Russia, but yeah, as you said, it's been all placement almost, as they only have 18 kills. Meanwhile, PO, as we know, by himself has 18 kills. So looking to see if the Russians can pick it up just a little bit. Uba going to take some shots at the Argentina team. It's going to be taking a spot there on the radio tower. We saw them play this this position yesterday to not very good effect. Oh no!
You don't love to see that.
I've been waiting. I knew it was going to come eventually. But hopefully the boys.
Is anyone around there? Oh, actually, no, Germany's not that far. Hold on.
Yeah.
If Germany see this, they will happily take that. That's a lot of points riding in one car. Now, Uber did succeed with his kill. That's a good little pickup for him if he actually gets the points off the back, which I think he will. No one else close by. Nice trade. Right back in. Ooh. Uber gets completely muted. Down you go, knocked. Sit down. That's the power of those sniper rifles. You get the angle. Look at that angle they're working from. A big old shot coming in. Instant response from Senya, though. And the Russian side try and maintain the threat that was building here.
Looks like they should be able to get that res, but Silzen's going to get polished off by Senya as well. So now Argentina, once again, down to 2 players. They're playing this radio tower spot, which is, you know, out in the middle of the open. They're going to it very, very early, but it doesn't look like they have much idea of what to do once they're there.
No, they did. They are going to get the revive. They should be fine. They've gained more than they've lost, putting it that way. They should be perfectly okay. We do see Vietnam utilizing that northern side, heading through northern Georgia, making their way towards the south side here. Working their way through the compounds. It's actually pretty available. They do get spotted. They will be seen. But it's not a bad shout considering where this is likely to go. It will move away from water eventually. Oh. In we go, and it still has the vast majority of Georgia Pole in this. It about caps off, I guess, north of, I don't want to say Quarry, but that god tier compound north of Quarry, the road that runs around it, that's about the southern cap. We will start seeing teams fighting for Everest because it's always, it seems so likely to end up there.
Look at Finland. Finland crashing in on Canada right now. Looks like Maluk and the rest of the boys might have been trying to reposition. K-Mite still all by himself in the top. Can he get picked up?
So much danger. He's going to try and get in the ride. The Uber's here. Get in. Otherwise, I'm going to get my star. My beautiful rating's going to be lowered. And they do manage to make it at least to the trees. The tags come out. Finland wards them away, but it does mean that Canada at least stay alive. They move up. That 2-2 split, you don't get away with it. We saw it often. more and more now that EU teams are willing to crash compounds if they only see 2 players. Good moves, risky, but still, Canada are safe.
And look at Ernesta, only 6 health left here. Russians very much know where the rest of the Argentina boys are, hiding, setting some shots that way. But yeah, as you said, Canada extremely lucky, and you gotta wonder if Finland would like to have that one back there.
Now, on the Everest thus far, we have 3 teams, Thailand, China, and Brazil. That's our current 3 teams. There could be certainly more added to that. I could see 2 more teams on this, but already Turkey's going to catch one of the Brazilians trying to join his fellow teammates. He was caught off just north of Everest, trying to kind of come down by the crates themselves out in the east. Team UK heading over the bridge now, over by the cube. They'll be working their way through. They could potentially go to the east side of Everest as well. This is why we have to focus on this one. You have the German side on the south side there, just at the foot of the hill. They could maybe see Team UK, but let's keep tabs on what's going on with the Korean side as well. But here comes the push from China. Going to be heading up and over the hill. They're going to have a terrible surprise. And there we go. God, V goes down. Man 98, and it's a bloodbath already on Everest. Paint that red. It's not looking so good. GB, Team UK have turned up as well. This could be third-party time. Make the push, be aggressive, and get the job done.
That was a 200 IQ trap set by Thailand there. They had Duckmans baiting out the push from China while the rest of the team was just waiting behind a ledge, ready to spring the trap. But what can UK do here now? As China is aware that they're there, they have one guy hiding just to kind of wait to see if maybe they can do the same thing to UK as they just was done to them.
For him, he is the alarm system, he's the warning bell, he's everything you need to try and keep yourself safe. Now, if you're Team UK, do you really want to push this? It's going to be that decisive moment. They do have someone else IGLing right now. They have plenty of options for that. Their push will come down to their choice. You can see they're holding the line for now. It will be very methodical if they do want to take this. Summer waiting. Nade comes through. Vard. Vard is safe for now. There's plenty of rocks here to try and dance around that territory. And a quick update. Still 16 teams, still 59 players. Plenty still standing. Bavard is going running. That's an aid in hand. And we know what this man in his normal team can do with those sort of things. Nades coming in, but it's going to be the Chinese side now put on notice. Have to be careful, have to be smart. December 12th looking a little bit worried, and I can tell as to why. The rest of his teammates not looking so good. Vard going to make the push very, very cautious. But here's the shots in the back. And the nade! It's so good! Miraku gets cut down. Summer just causing enough of a distraction to temper the threat.
And now the shots are coming in from downtown. This is Turkey trying to pick off this kill. It looks like December 12th going to get that down onto reels. Miraku's going to get finished off as well. And everything's falling apart for the United Kingdom right now.
Yeah, caught in between a rock and a hard place. They tried to instigate something towards China, and then everything fell apart. The kind of read, that information play from Summer was perfection. December 12th looked vulnerable for a second, but actually did recover from it. Reels is so open here. It's a very risky revive as they don't know where Summer's gone. It looks like they might have found the information again, but Vard, in a bit of a battle here himself, needs to be very, very cautious.
They are, as you said, worried that's going to be December 12th going down. Good 1v1 there by Vard. Summer's still alive, but you can see the shots still coming in from the Turkish squad.
Yeah, they're not going to be relenting at all. Summer's still lurking, still lingering on the hillside, just about peeks over, gets a glimpse. He gets a great shot. Good bit of damage. Vard, though, able to do... Oh, what? Summer! My word, that is perfection, and it might be more. Michael's in danger. Hits the deck, tries to stay alive. We're spinning around, and at the meantime, Japan's just gone down. And that is excellent play from Summer. He ended the first hit, and then he capitalized on the rest. Team UK out in 15th.
Summer just styled on the UK team there as we go and check in on Finland. They're trying to push onto Germany. They got the down. Mixie's going to get downed in flush, though. Brexco protecting his down player in Udirme Fire.
Brexco going to be keeping tabs on this one. He does have a nice little angle to play off, but a dangerous one. So many threats on this hillside, and you're seeing as to why Thailand's preparing. They are looking like they want to get in. Kate with a spray, and he gets it. Job done. Gemty goes down, and it looks like Finland again left out in the cold. No saunas available, no way out of this one. They are struggling for a way into this Nations Cup.
They're trying to struggle into this circle at the moment as well, as we see Tanawat has the boys from Germany in view. It's not going to land right off the bat, but he has got all day long to line these shots up.
we have potentially 4 or 5 teams all in this specific area, the southeast side of the circle, just towards the west of Everest. You have Germany up there, Thailand up there, the remainders of China, Brazil. You have Argentina not too far away, and there we go. We're finally starting to see these kills come in. That's Chris getting punished by Samti. Some of the best out in PEL battling here, and sadly for Germany, rock and a hard play situation again. You can't go up the hill, you can't go down. You have to try and fight your way forward.
I see what Chris was trying to do there, trying to get a nice little flanking spot onto to Team Finland. Unfortunately, he does get picked off, and that's a really good heads-up play from Finland. So that's what we like to see from these guys. Unfortunately, the kill is going to get stolen by Tanawat from Thailand. So these guys just overseeing the entirety of this fight right now.
Yeah, now with the new circle coming in soon, we'll see who gets left out. It looks like all those teams on Everest might get pushed, but it will move away from water. So let's have a look. Korea in such a good position in this 2-2 split, and there it goes. It's all Korea's. Perfect positioning, and all of Everest need to be careful to not freeze out in the cold here, because they have so much room to move to, but only so many teams can do it. You have Brazil, who have the best shot, I guess, because they're the lowest down. USA on the move. We have every team now folding forward. This is Thailand trying to move in towards Germany, who are already in tatters, already in pieces. Oh, the trade comes in. Tixu from afar, but Germany still suffering casualties. Thailand fall back over towards the cover. Brexco, down he goes. He does not want any more action right now as Thailand. And Duckmans, the man himself, the danger man for the side, is trying to get into this battle.
Minoru going to get that res onto Tanawat. You can see Shippy S still down as well.
Russia's crashing in towards Argentina as well. It looks like they may get caught up in this. Finland's going to turn around, and Kemba's in danger, as is Senya. Pome's there, and it's not looking good for the Russian side. Senya stays alive and might just save his team for now.
Argentina, just like that, gets wiped, but look at Finland. They're coming in. They saw the blood in the water. They're going to come in and try to see if they can finish this off.
Death from above. He appears and he brings the absolute hammer down on them. Big play from Finland. They want those kills. They want to prove why everyone looked at them as the team to come into this and actually deliver a performance.
And they have a nice free reign to get into this circle now, as we still wait to see if Brexco can make anything happen here against Thailand.
Well, he's been spotted now, and it looks like they want to move in on this, and he's gone down. Germany out in 12th. Another poor performance from most of the Western teams here. It's not looking so good. We'll see what Finland can do. We'll see if the USA can find something to speak of the name, and there they come. Zampa gonna find a way through, warding off the other side, gonna push them away from that southwest area. But kind of make that rotation very difficult. And Thailand, in the meantime, has found the pointy end of the stick against Samti and the Finns.
Tixu managing to pick up one off of Thailand here, so Minoru and Duckmans, it's all down to them. They have the blue encroaching upon him. Samti just gonna sit here and pick him off. Oh, Zoidmate! Where did he come from?
Yeah, the Australian side. This is now going to play into all the teams who are a little bit more central towards Hospital. Hospital is the slap bang middle of this, but here's Korea. Don't tussle with them. They've been quite quiet thus far. Finland not going to get away with a clean sweep here. Jemti's gone down. He's a big name to lose out on, as Duckmans, your MVP for Thailand, I guess you could say, is looking unlikely to progress here. Kept back in the blue, and Finland are going to keep him there. If they can get these points, that's the paramount idea. Nice nade! Can't get Tixu down, but he's...
he's nuts!
Man! Can you believe it? Tixu does fall, but for all of that, he does lose his life. But he's definitely made it tricky for the Finns, as Tixu's bleeding by the wayside. And now there's going to be pressure coming in elsewhere. They see the smoke go up and a potential point, and that's Korea wanting to get into this, because look at them. They've been quiet. 0 kills so far.
I mean, look at the 2-2 split that they have. This is so aggressive coming out of Korea. This is them wanting to get these kills. Unfortunately, none on the board just yet, but they have center circle, and there's still 33 bodies left alive in this lobby.
This could be the switch of focus we were theorizing, at least the desk was, that maybe they are starting to look for placements as well as those kills. But when the circle favors you, don't move away from it, embrace it and try and play it well. Find that perfect balance between aggression and then playing smart. Now, this is where teams who are on the outskirts might get into a spot of bother, as it does centralize. Korea, are you kidding me right now? Gifted a circle, and they should capitalize. Who is this getting away with it? So Australia hold the northeast side. We have Brazil out on the east. Korea still in that 2-2. Hospital and the compound southeast of it perfectly complementing each other. Canada, not a bad spot, but Thailand... Wait, who is this? Is that Turkey? Turkey's flying in. Oh my God! They've crashed it, and it has not gone well. I'm pretty sure it's just Iro alive now. He's just about made it away, but no, cover really finds a rock, hunkers down. but that was a dangerous play. Very characteristic of the Turkish team. They love those sort of aggressive plays, very late game, just sending it wherever they can. Sixmo's now on the way. Actually, they have 2 left. Sixmo up the hill, got to be careful. There's everyone alive still in this area. Plenty of eyes on this location.
That was a phenomenal hold by Brazil there. They had guys coming right on top of them, but they managed to hold their defilade here just long enough, keeping 3 alive. Turkey, they got 2 up still. We'll have to see what happens. They do have center circle.
Oh, Finland's in so much trouble. This might be the time where you switch from trying to get to the circle to trying to get the kills. That might be the play here, as much as it does kind of suck to see it. They are in such a bad spot there out in the east. They probably will get caught. If they make it in, it's a miracle. Oh no, don't you die to that car, USA. You've been doing so good. Don't you dare. Sam T goes down, not too unexpected. I think all of us saw that position. And as much as they'd like to, it's going to be tough. And we do see the nades being lined up. That is a very nicely theorized nade. I don't think it quite went far enough over the hill, no, and maybe just about saving Leo and Co from that pressure coming in from Korea. But it does show they're hyper aware of the positions.
This is putting Korea in an interesting position now. They've been holding this 2-2 split for quite some time, but now the circle has collapsed right on top of them. Can they get to a point where they can reconnect and bring all 4 back together? As we see Tiksu going to go out to the blue, and that's Finland out in 10th.
Now let's look at our top 10 here. Let's see who we have alive. The USA, very nice positioning. Canada as well. Again, a bit of a superstar lineup, a bit of a fan favorite lineup, to say the least, especially for Canada. You see those names, you can't deny it. Now, USA under plenty of pressure from Canada, so not ideal. And it looks like we might be seeing a little bit of that wanting to get in the action from Korea. Definitely trying to stretch out now. PO with a hit and run. Gets down Iroh, backs away. All right, I'll calm down for the rest of the game now.
I mean, look at this is where the benefit of that 2-2 split comes in. He had the information about where Iroh was fed to him by his duo that was off to the southeast. Pio just leaving the hospital long enough to throw a blind nade to where his teammate said would be a body.
Zoid trying to take the limelight away from Luke here. We have Zampa, the USA side, trying to build some cover here, give them a way out, using that smoke wall as best they can to try and cross over. Maybe a bit of a ruse. Oh my word. They don't need help. Stop it. They're already so good.
And the crowd goes wild. As we know, we see now the U.S. having to make their way around Australia.
Zoid's just pushing with a nade out in his hand. Is he insane?
Oh, he knows exactly where the Brazilians are.
Where they peek? This man is absolutely insane. Nade goes in. It's not bad. Good tag there towards some of the Brazilians. Does he continue the push? 12 bullets is all he's got to work with. This is a very individual play from him. Where's the rest of his team here? He's just gone for a walkabout. He's in a little bit of bother if they don't help him out here.
He's nuts. He's making plays. He has no backup from his team. You can see the rest of them already trying to wrap around to the north side.
Them in. That's quite smart. If he might sacrifice himself for the greater good, and he's done exactly that. He's going to take down one. Brazil now. Oh, Zoid! Are you kidding me? Down to a one-shot and the FPS. He's the superstar of the lineup, and Zoid wants to take it away. No, big denial. Rusty's area, trying to get back into this. Temper the bleed, stem the pressure, but look at the rest of Australia. He sacrificed himself for the benefit of his team. The rest of them have now made it to the circle, and he has slowed down Brazil. This should allow the pressure to come back in, but look at Korea starting to wind it up now.
They see the rest of the Australia team. They've come over the top. They're trying to see if they can maybe catch an angle here onto Brazil, keep them from coming into this circle, but they gotta be careful because Sixmo is snaking right by them.
Yeah, known for the snaking ability, Korea have managed to kind of consolidate themselves. Aqua 5 is out on his own, but the rest are in that southeast compound now. Moving away from hospital, the nade's coming in, the nade gonna be coming back out, and that's Leo finding Pio. Big name to go down. Leo gonna push this one. Trying to find a way through the smoke. It's not too easy, and there's Pio trying to fall back as look at them. They're trying to make it. Wait, the third party! Moody catching them on the cross. They're helping out Korea. They do not want to give these guys assistance. Leo goes down to his own nade that he ticked, and now let's see what SR can do. This is Korea in trouble.
This is bad. Chinese Taipei has been holding down the other side of that road. They had to move over, and SR is going nuts here. He's got 2 downs. Loki is going to get flushed out as well. What can Anonix do?
He's looking for the next angle. He's looking for a way forward here. His teammates have just been slaughtered. He wants revenge, but Hospital, it's not really helping anyone out. It's a massacre in here. We might need to bring out the body bags because the USA is taking down Vietnam. And we see everyone trying to find a way out, but there is no escaping Bahawaka here. Onyx desperately trying to hold that angle, hold the line, but he knows he's part of the last standing hope for Korea in this game, and that would be a huge upset here.
You also have the Rogue Wolf of Summer from China still alive as Luke is going to get the down on the Rusty Zero. What can Brazil do? They've got 2 alive here. They're trying to come down the lower side here, try to get a flank.
Luke, you like the limelight, and I don't blame you. The guy's an animal. He needs to absolutely go up right now, and he can't do it. Put down! And Australia down in 9th. And we see Hospital taking the crown so far. Canada on the outskirts. We have Vietnam, USA, and China all taking over Hospital area. Korea are not inside this one. Aqua 5 and Ionic still alive, but not in the best positions anymore.
Onyx going to try to get into this vehicle, see if he can make some kind of move over to his teammate in Aqua 5. Looks like SR going to try to take a few shots at him, but nothing going to find its home. Canada in a great spot right now. They're not part of this nonsense going on at Hospital, but they have great oversight of everything coming out of it. Brazil
just heard this car pulling up. I'm almost certain. Sixmo could third-party all of this and just be that real nuisance, but we know that Sixmo can play very passive. This guy is known for his snaking ability. If you watch PEL, a lot of the Turkish team, they can be, you know, high tempo or super passive. Now Canada controlling the east, but they want the south as well. Nice idea. They maybe want this hillside, be able to lock those players in towards the Hospital. And we have close quarter combat. We don't often see this. Beautiful building to fight over. Zampa got to be careful to not go walking too far in towards the enemy. They're going to hit all of those steps. And it looks like Moody might have caught a glimpse. He might be seeing, I don't know if he saw maybe a smoke or something showing. But he's keeping eyes on that southeast corner, maybe realizing Korea were there at one point, but they've already moved.
Yeah, they're going to see if they can try to pick up SR here. They know that they have a good idea that somebody's hiding out over there. So Aqua 5 gotten taken pretty low here. SR is going to take some shots from Canada, but nothing to land.
If Aqua 5 tries to fight towards Brazil, he's going to get the attention of SR. He has no easy way out of this, and this is what happened. He's cornered, and he's gone down. That's a huge upset again. Korea might be going down very early here for them with no kills almost. Very, very light on kills. Brazil on the other side really starting to light this one up. Inonix avenges his fallen teammate as Chinese Taipei are eliminated in 8th.
We can talk about the fact that SR just wiped 3/4 of the Korean squad, but Inonix still alive, still snaking around. And, oh, there it is. Okay, we found him.
Yeah, Andy FES not going to fall for that one. He is well and truly aware, and he does manage to find Sixmo, but nice positioning from Sixmo considering. But now it's breach time. Canada, USA. Oh my word!
Oh
no! Goodbye, USA!
Well, that was just tragic.
It was, and now Canada can capitalize. You have a beautiful 2-2 split, 2 towards the south, 2 controlling the exit from Hospital that is still playable. Brazil being held back by one man in Inonix, the beast himself. You saw PO being up there, but he has certainly had his fair share of kills and fair share of performance. Who takes this one, Poro? We've got Sony still big names in this, but surely Canada is up there.
Canada's looking really nice right now. They have a good 2-2 split. Maluka Drassel.
My word. Wait, Poro. Inonix, if there's any player who could do it, it's going to be him. Good tag on the first. Actually, nice response from Rusty Zera. Nate instantly comes out, and I think Inonix knows he's in danger. Here comes the push. Can he hold on? Has he got anything left in the tank? Oh, he's taken down 1. 2 more making the push. He's got the flush. He wants more. This guy is insane. And now to the 1v1.
No!
He does it.
He's insane.
One man stand for Korea, and he has just gone above and beyond for his side. I don't think we can ask anything more of him from this, but surely he wants more as we are down to the top 4, 8 players standing. Inonix trying to find a way forward, but he needs supplies. He does have boxes available around him, but the pressure from Hospital is definitely real. He needs to replenish the stock, and Vietnam continuing the barrage of nades.
Yeah, Inonix, I mean, he's got plenty of loot around them to see if he can find something to make a little bit of impact here, but Vietnam, they know exactly where he is. You can see the red zone coming down on top of him.
But he does at least have a hillside to work from. He can play with that. He can take his time. He can move into it. They shouldn't be able to spot it. But I'm looking at Canada. How do they approach this? You don't want to push in towards Hospital yourselves. But then also, you've got to play it smart and not be resting on your laurels, allowing a team to pick you apart from there. China still have Summer up, and Vietnam with 2.
I mean, look, Canada's obviously in a great position to win this game. 4 strong. They have the hillside. They have to. The Hospital is going to have to move out. But Summer, after wiping the United Kingdom by himself, has still managed to stay alive in this game for China. On top of the heroics from Inonix, I don't even know. I feel like anybody at this point can win this game.
These nades are so close. They are actually really, really close by. Vietnam just has so many of them. Canada should be able to watch their cross. That is the point. Vietnam has a time limit on these positions. Good nades again, but not good enough. In the meantime, Vietnam needs a snake. They need a third party, and Onyx might be able to be that, but would he want to be? Good nade again, not good enough. Drassel still on the prowl, still eyes absolutely trained to watching them leave this compound. First bit of contact made, and it does mean they need to make a move. They are locked to the roof, and Onyx gets a glimpse on one. Does he go out swinging? Does he play for placement? We need to see what this madman can do now.
No meds, no smokes, one frag grenade as Moody finds an angle on Sapao. He's going to go down to the blue zone. Here we go.
Summer's making the run, but he's gone down. That'd be Levy's to find it. Actually, Vietnam going to, at least for now, contain that third place position. In Onyx holding on. Canada holds the hill. They are kings of the hill, and they win the game. GG for Canada.
Back-to-back wins for Team Canada here on Erangel, going back to